Soda, complaining about the state of the world. You know, JC, this is getting to me. Have you seen what they're doing now? The oil barons are digging in the frozen north, which is rapidly unfreezing. And the 10 wealthiest people in the world have more money than the 30 smallest nations. And have you seen your elephants lately? They are mostly in zoos and protected areas, but a lot of good that does them. And the whales, those great leviathans, they're eating something called plastic. I never thought I would see anything like this. What are you going to do? Jesus says, love. Jeremiah, what do you mean, how can you say that? Love. I almost hate that word. It means so little. People say, I love you, and take advantage of another person. Or this is for your own good. And what about those people who love houses and money and trust accounts and houses on the beach and in the mountains and in foreign countries? What about those people who send money to secret accounts in secret banks in the middle of small nations? Love does not make the world go round, money does. Jesus. Okay, love God. Jeremiah. I have listened to God, blessed be God, for 40 years and preached God's words and then been mistreated greatly for this. Remember when they threatened to cut my tongue out and other disfigurements? Where has God been in all this distress and disease and discomfort and disaster? Have you seen the terrible storms that rage around the earth? Bigger and bigger hurricanes and tornadoes and volcanoes. Did you know this would happen to your creation? And let me point out how the people continue to wage war. Bigger wars with bigger weapons and more powerful weapons. And let me remind you about the diseases. Oh, I cannot even think of such horror. Children dying by the thousands by violence. Children taken from their parents. Well, that's not new. But some children are put in cages and treated worse than animals. Love that, Jesus. Okay. Love God and Jeremiah. And what? Love who? Love what? And why? Jesus. God bless you. Love those who persecute. Love those who are poor. Love those who are rich. Love those who kill. Love those you hate. Love those who separate and divide. Love those you just can't stand. Leave all you care about and find one person you know who needs to be loved. Jeremiah, easy for you to say. Jesus, if love is not the answer, then there are no answers. Remember the universe? So grand and large and mysterious? This universe was set in motion by the love that God has for creating. God delights in water. Look at all the things water can do. Sprinkle, fall, rush, flow, turn to ice, allow things to live in it and float on it. Water is joyful and abundant. Water can be harnessed, bathed in, and is really good for fishing. God delights in beaches and oceans and rivers and lakes. Water is life on this abundant planet. Life crawled out of the water, multiplied, divided, squirmed, and those cells became a zillion different things. How wonderful. Jeremiah, that just doesn't make any sense. Look at what those humans have done. They've ruined everything that you have created. Look at how these humans have ruined this planet they call Earth. Jesus. God did not create for ruin, but God created for delight, for love, for tenderness, for mercy. Jeremiah, you told folks for 2 generations that war and destruction were going to happen to them, and then it happened. War is something people invented because they became greedy. Greed leads to hatred and division and separation and destruction and death. Greed leads to death in the spirit before the body. Greed and love are choices these humans have to make. One leads to goodness, mercy, tenderness, and care. The other leads to destruction, devastation, and death. I cannot make people choose. That's up to them. When all is lost and gone, love will continue. but not greed. Haven't you been telling that to your folks? Jeremiah, yeah, but they don't listen. Jesus, neither do mine. We can offer life filled with love. I know how hard that was for you to try to warn the people. It nearly broke your soul. I tried too. It cost me my physical life. But the only way is to love when no human is listening. The birds of the polluted air and the fish of the plastic-filled waters and the beasts in the burning trees love even as they are dying. Will these people ever understand that love is love is love? Will these people ever be less greedy? I don't think so, but I'm not giving up. Jeremiah, so just love while they destroy everything God made? Jesus, love is what God is made of. Love will continue forever and ever and ever without gold or money or manipulation or war. Love will continue beyond this planet, this cosmos, and this universe. Are you done with that soda? Let's go. We've got some loving to do. They left the bar. They walked into a spectacular sunset to find the lost, the forsaken, the lonely, the poor, the rich, the powerful, the skeptical, those who need loving, whether they deserve it or not. Amen.